Glad to know you're still with us. This is Sports Tonight. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. You can be part of the show. Yes, you can. What is it that is going down in your world of sports that you want to talk to us about? Our feedback mechanisms are still the same as if you're following the show. And if you're new to it, you can talk to us on Twitter, Channels_sports, Facebook Channels Sports. Let's hear from you. Whatever it is going down in our world of sports. In Africa, it's all about the 2018 FIFA World Cup qualifying matches that has shown us that, look, African football is no more the same. Ghana, they are struggling. Cote d'Ivoire, struggling. In a group that has Burkina Faso and Cape Verde, Senegal is struggling. There you go. So everybody wants to be at the World Cup. It's serious business. You can talk to us, send us your questions, comments, suggestions, anything that's going on in your world of sports. This is why we're here. This show is designed for you. And the Inquisitor on Twitter says the Super Eagles are set to fly. Set? I think they're flying already. So they're set to fly. They will safely qualify with the right motivation. I like that caveat right there. With the right motivation. So he believes that the Super Eagles are set to fly. And yeah, it's correct, because you can't afford to be complacent at this stage. Yeah, so that's the right motivation. They really do. They've shown it. It's not a question of looking for it. It's already in motion. You know, they defeated Cameroon hands down 4-0. Very convincing victory. And the second leg, they almost won it. You know, that penalty fine, you might see that it's 50-50. But apart from that, you realize that we could have been way ahead. There's a new zeal in the team. You understand? Way ahead. There's a new zeal. There's a lot of motivation. We took the Cameroonians very serious. That was why we were able to take them to the cleaners. And the Zambian team, we should not overrate the Zambians. Quite frankly, they are good. They are okay. You have to give them that. You call them that slack. But they were up against an Algerian side that had a disastrous Nations Cup. Yeah. You know, so they've been having bad results before this game. They lost to Nigeria 3-1, and they've proven over time that before the start of the qualifiers, just said you wouldn't put money that Zambia will be leading in this group before Algeria and even Cameroon. You know, people always look at it from the paper. You know, from paper, Algeria looked very much. When you look at the players that they have, the Riyad Mahrez, Yassin Brahimi, Ben Talab, you know, Islam, and of course, anytime, any day, you will not push over the threats from North African teams. But the thing about it is that they have players, but they don't have a team. That was why they went to the Nations Cup and they crashed out in the first round. People rated them high and do a total disappointment. And even when they played their first game against Cameroon, they drew. They sacked the coach, they brought in John Liken, and they came to Nigeria, lost 3-1. So they've been having a bad patch or a bad spell. So the Zambians simply met a team that was not informed. So leading to. So they just. But that's what Nigerian football fans are saying. They're glad that the Super Eagles had a good start. But I've said that the destiny of the team is in their own hands now. Obviously. They cannot afford to trade away. If you beat Zambia in Ndola, you can't afford to lose right here. So let's leave that discussion. But you keep talking about it. I leave that discussion to you, the 2018 FIFA World Cup qualifier. But let's go back to that LMC verdict on Ifeanyiubah Football Club for what they have called a breach of the MPFL rules during match day 36 match against Niger Tornadoes in Lokoja. Let's see more from that charge from the league management company. FC Ifeanyiubah will pay a fine of 1 million naira for encroachments during the game. FC Ifeanyiubah will also pay a fine of 750,000 naira for failure to control their players and officials. We keep saying it. FC Ifeanyiubah will also pay 500,000 naira, being 250,000 naira each to the assaulted referee and assistant referee and any certified medical bills. Because we keep saying it on this show that we must protect our officials. Very important. FC Ifeanyiubah Tro of Ngoma Luamba, Elu Williams and Isaac Lotte are suspended for 12 MPFL games each for assault on the referee. I like this. I don't know about you, but I like it. Because, look, this will make everybody sit up. It will make everybody sit up, make them know that we mean business. Football is serious business. And if we mess it up, it's not going to look good for us. Why would the player contemplate assaulting a match official? I mean, just look at that. Look at that. You know, just imagine look at the way they went about it. You know, almost very, very country, retrogressive. Look at this. Archaic way of behaving, almost as if they are not professional. High school behavior. This is totally unfair. And to think of the fact, these are men. These are not just men. Some of them are married men. Assaulting the referee, acting as if, look at, I want to believe they almost tore the referee's shirt. This is wrong. Obviously wrong.
And the referee, the LMC need to come down even harder. These guys should get more than 12 match ban. They should get more than. It should be up to a year or two. Just how can you assault a match official? It's quite unfortunate, and I love the fact that a lot of money that they will have to pay, you know, and go into the coffers. But we need to set a stronger deterrent.
Just as the money doesn't.
Yeah, it's not the money that we should be talking about.
You know, it breaks me each time I see things as this in a league football, because character is everything. It takes you even to places you think you don't deserve to be.
I was discussing with
some. But when we're seeing pictures as these, you see professional players, the same Ifeanyiubah, FC players have even played continental football. They should know better.
That is why they should come down hard. You know, situations like this, you don't just ban them. You get FIFA to also second the ban to ensure that it is a worldwide thing. You shouldn't just leave it. And some of these guys might even go outside the country and it might not take effect. So it's not just enough to ban them locally. It's to take this thing to FIFA, you know, to also second it, so that whenever they decide to leave, you know, they cannot just leave and go to another country and play. This is absurd. You know, it's just unbelievable that professionals are acting this way. They should be. The LMC need to come down harder than what they've done so far.